Some people who have had to stay at the Ronald McDonald House would call it their home away from home, because their family becomes a surrogate family, said Sue Beverly, director of Knoxville's Ronald McDonald House. In 1969, 3-year-old Kim Hill, daughter of Philadelphia Eagles football player Fred Hill, was diagnosed with leukemia. In efforts to fight against his daughter's disease, he and his teammates formed a nonprofit group, Eagles Fly for Leukemia, and raised $150,000 for the pediatric oncology department at the local children's hospital. However, Audrey Evans, director of the Oncology Center, wanted to further Fred Hill's dream to make a home for families who had to travel extensively to hospitals because their children were sick. General manager of the Eagles football team, Jim Murray, contacted a McDonald's restaurant and asked for their help in achieving this newfound dream. McDonald's agreed to donate 25 cents for every milkshake that was sold, if the house was named after Ronald McDonald the Clown. An old 7-bedroom house was the pick for the dream to come true. In 1974, that dream was made alive, and the first Ronald McDonald House was built. Since the birth of the Ronald McDonald House, there are now more than 200 houses throughout the world, which helps more than 5,000 people worldwide. The Ronald McDonald Knoxville House, as of 1985, provides for families in that their housing needs are met. The accommodations include sleeping, cooking, laundry rooms, and playrooms for the kids. Relatives are welcome to stay in the house, including grandparents and siblings of the child receiving medical treatment. The families in need of housing assistance must meet the requirements of their child receiving medical treatments to be under 21 years old, not to be a Knoxville resident, get a referral from a doctor, parents must present their IDs, no one is allowed to be on probation, and families are to call the house to check on availability. Once approved, the house asks the family to make an optional donation to the house of $5 a night. In an average month, the house works with 20 different illnesses that brings families to them, including cancer, premature birth, respiratory problems, various surgeries, and emergency care, according to the Ronald McDonald website. Quite a few families have to stay at the house for long periods of time, including one family that stayed 53 times in a 15-year period. Unfortunately, some children do not survive these long illnesses. Although families do form a special bond with other families that are staying in the house, the director of Knoxville's Ronald McDonald House, Carolyn Brocious, said, they are able to come together with one another while they are experiencing similar situations of their child. It not only gives them some hope and support, but another friend that they can hang on to while enduring a hardship. A second house was built next to Knoxville's Ronald McDonald's main house, the Annex House, which was opened February 14, 2000, with the help of many volunteers and sponsors. This building is specifically useful for handicapped people. It is one floor only, the bedrooms and bathrooms are suitable to meet the needs of the disabled, and they have currently at the Ronald McDonald Knoxville houses, both the main house and annex houses are full, accommodating 16 families or 65 people. A magnificent garden, playground area, and many toys in between these two houses are available for the children and parents. There are memorials in the garden to the children who lost their battle against their medical condition. There is a fountain with a representation of 2 children playing holding a ball. There are benches for parents to sit down and relax from enduring a stressful day. Overall, this is a place where parents and children are able to come and enjoy themselves without worrying about their current situation. Volunteers are always needed to interact with families, office help, room inventory, cleaning, and yard work. Many volunteers want to play with the kids. However, Carolyn Brocious said most of the time we don't have a whole lot of outpatients. They're in the hospital. Some houses, on the other hand, have as many as 40 kids a day. Therefore, the volunteers do mostly household chores rather than play with the kids. Meals are essential in the house. Many churches, Girl and Boy Scouts, and other organizations fulfill those needs. There are approximately 100 to 150 loyal volunteers. Anyone who wants to be a Ronald McDonald volunteer can fill out an online application and must watch a DVD in order to learn about the fundamentals of the Ronald McDonald House. The director of the house will make the final decision on which volunteers get approved. The fellowship with the families is what keeps me coming back, a volunteer of the house said. Love is the greatest gift of all, and I see so much of it at this house. This year, the house has already had many sponsored donations. Autotrader.com has spent time sprucing up the flower beds and working around the house. Farm Bureau delivered $2,700 worth of food. Texas Roadhouse has replaced the food pantry shelves. Back in November, the sorority 80 Pi raised money at the UT Ole Miss game at Fiji Island and presented a check for $6,000 to the houses. The latest addition to the two houses are the pillow windows from the Pillow Window Company. These windows save the house money. Fundraisers go on each year, providing abundant funds for the houses to keep functioning. This year, the annual golf tournament is coming up. Last year, the Keys Fuller Golf Tournament raised more than $4,000 for the Ronald McDonald House, bringing the funds to $500,000. Many are involved in these golfing tournaments, and all proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House. You can impact so many lives by doing the little things. You can get a group of people together to do some yard work, decorate the house, help with a meal, or just drop off a plate of cookies to the house would suffice. Or if you would like to donate through the Ronald McDonald House to the Ronald McDonald Charities, East Tennessee Children's Hospital, University of Tennessee Medical Center, or you could even create a care page to a child who is enduring an illness. It just took one person to start something small, and it became something extraordinarily big and has impacted so many lives.